I tuned into the game with the Hawks and the Celtics, and the Celtics lost by 1 point. I was watching the last few minutes. I seen the beginning of the game and then the last quarter. Jason Tatum was nowhere to be found, man. Jason Tatum was nowhere to be found. I mean, he did take a couple of shots down the stretch, but I mean, in terms of, being more aggressive and taking on that assignment to put the team on his shoulders, I don't see it there. I see more other guys stepping up, like Derek White. Jaylen Brown is always ready to take the last shot if he has to, or try to initiate something. Jaylen Brown had 2 points where Jaylen Brown drove to the rim and got himself to the free throw line. At least with Jaylen Brown, he's going to find a way to make it work. And that's why Jaylen Brown was the MVP in that finals. And in my opinion, Jaylen Brown is the guy for the Celtics right now. There's no other way. There's no way I could look at it other than that. He's the guy. And if it's not him, I'd say after that, it's Derek White. Of course, you can argue that Jason Tatum is the more talented player on the team. But in terms of who's going to take the initiative, I don't see Jason Tatum doing that. And to tell you the truth, he looks like a role player out there, like especially in the last few minutes of the game. He's just at the wing, on the wing, ball watching. A lot of the times where I see guys, even Dyson Daniels is taking more initiative for the fact that Trae Young was out. Dyson Daniels was able to step up a little bit and show like, okay, if Trae Young's out, I'll take it on my shoulders, So I don't know what happened. To tell you the truth, Jason Tatum doesn't really look too happy. And to tell you the truth, I don't, I could be wrong, but it looks like something's not right. But they're extremely talented, and that's how the Celtics get by with, good shooting, and they got some talent, a lot of talent on the team. So in order for them to get by, especially that was that in-season tournament, right? In order for them to win games like that, as a matter of fact, let me say this, right? If it was Kobe or Jordan, right, if it's an in-season tournament, Kobe and Jordan, they don't care. They're winning everything. Especially if you just won a championship, you're going to want to show out in games like this to show, we are the champions. They didn't look like that last night against the Hawks. The Hawks did play good. Give the Hawks credit. I ain't taking nothing from the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks looked really good. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be... Tatum's going to have to be... It should be like where teams go to play the Celtics, or whether they're hosting the Celtics. It should be, you know what? Shit, Tatum's coming to town. Or we're going to Boston, we got to deal with Tatum. Because when Tatum is scary, when Tatum is the person that most teams fear, right? At the end of the day, the backup after that should be Derek White and Jaylen Brown. That's what makes those guys even more lethal. The fact that you got to worry about Jason Tatum, right? And if it's not him, you got Jaylen Brown and Derek White. But to me, it doesn't look like Jason Tatum looks like anybody to be worried about most of the time when I'm watching them play. And also, let me give credit to Jalen Johnson, because he's a really good defender too. Did a really good job on Jason Tatum. But come on, Jason Tatum needs to take on that killer attitude. I don't see that give me the ball, let me take this game over attitude in Jason Tatum. And I made a video talking about that, and I'm going on and on about it again, but in another topic. So I like Jason Tatum, man, but and I'm glad they won a championship, but I can't call them a dynasty team. I really like the Celtics. I've loved the Celtics for years. I like them as an organization, and the fact that they've fought to stay competitive for so many years. I really appreciate that about the Boston Celtics. And if they win another one, I'd be happy for them again. So this ain't me hating on the Boston Celtics or Jason Tatum at all. I just think that he could do better personally. And if he does better, his team will do better.